Capital One Tap isn't just about rewards. Its speed, control, and smart integrations make it a real everyday workhorse for UK businesses. And in this video, we're covering the 3 big features that can save you serious time and stress. Rapid approval and instant funding, unlimited employee cards with built-in spend controls, and accounting tools with easy integrations. Now, if you want more control over your business spending and less admin in your life, this is for you. The features that save you more than money. Now, when people think about a business credit card, they usually jump straight to the perks. Cashback, rewards, air miles. All nice to have, don't get me wrong, but for a lot of business owners I speak to, the real value is in features that stop you wasting time, losing track of spending, or missing out on opportunities because your bank was too slow to say yes. That's where Capital One Tap's feature set comes into its own. It's built to make the financial side of running your business faster, smoother, and frankly, less annoying. And today I'm walking you through the 3 game-changing features that could transform how you handle business spending. So stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly whether this is the right decision for your business. How fast can you really get approved? Now let's start with something that'll either impress you or make you wonder why other banks are so slow. Now, if you've ever applied for a traditional business card, you know the drill. A form that looks like it belongs in a tax office, a week of radio silence, then a request for 3 years of accounts, your business plan, and proof of address for your great-grandmother? Capital One Tap cuts that down to an online application that you can genuinely complete in your lunch break. You enter your basic details, they run their checks using open banking data, and for most applicants, the decision comes back in minutes. Not days, not weeks, actual minutes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely there's a catch. Well, here's the thing. They're using smart technology to assess your business in real time rather than relying on paperwork from 2 years ago, which means if you've got a supplier who needs paying by close of business or a piece of equipment that you need to secure today, you don't have to miss out while waiting for bank bureaucracy. Instant access to funds. And here's the best part. Once you're approved, you get a virtual card instantly. Use it right away, set limits, issue unlimited extra cards for team members, and even separate spending for suppliers or subscriptions. Full control from day one. Now, I had a client recently who needed to top up their Google Ads account because a campaign was suddenly taken off. With their old bank, they'd have been stuck waiting 3 to 5 working days for a card to arrive. With Capital One Tap, they sorted it in the same phone call that we had about the opportunity. Maybe you've got a trade show next week, but need to pay the stand fee now to secure your spot. You can sort it there and then. The physical card will turn up soon enough, but you're not sitting on your hands while the postal system does its thing. Employee cards without the headaches. This is the point where a lot of business owners really perk up, and I can see why. You can issue as many employee cards as you need, and it won't cost you a penny extra. Each card can have its own spending cap, so the sales team can't accidentally burn through the travel budget before the end of the quarter, and the marketing team can't blow the lot on what they call a brand activation involving a bouncy castle. The controls are straightforward. You decide who gets the card and how much they can spend. If someone leaves the company, you can freeze their card instantly from your phone and just as quickly unblock it online if you need to. No calling the bank, no waiting on hold, no we'll get back to you in 48 hours. See every pound spent in real time. All that spending from you and your team shows up in your dashboard within seconds of the transaction happening. You can see who spent what, where they spent it, when they did it, and what they said it was for. If something looks wrong, maybe a charge in a country no one's visiting, or a suspiciously late night purchase from a company that you've never heard of, you can freeze that specific card instantly from the app, not the whole account, just that one card. It's the kind of oversight that used to take days with a paper statement. now live in your pocket. And because everything's categorized automatically, you're not playing detective trying to work out what AMZNMKTB actually means 3 weeks later. Accounting tools that do the boring bits for you. Now, if you've ever lost half a day chasing receipts or trying to remember whether that £48.70 was client entertaining or office supplies, this part will feel like a small miracle. Capital on Tap's app lets you snap photos of receipts and attach them to transactions on the spot. It automatically categorizes spending based on where you shopped. Then it pushes everything straight into your accounting software. And here's a real example. I know a marketing agency that used to spend every Friday afternoon sorting through expenses. The team would dump receipts on the office manager's desk. She had tried to match them to credit card statements, then manually enter everything into Xero. Now, by the time month end comes around, about 80% of the work is already done automatically. You're not hunched over a spreadsheet at 10 p.m. on a Sunday trying to decode your own handwriting from a receipt that's been through the washing machine. Integrations that actually work. Integration is one of those words that gets thrown around a lot in fintech, and often what you get is clunky at best, or it breaks with every software update. With Capital on Tap, the feeds into Xero, QuickBooks, Free Agent, and Sage are clean and reliable. Transactions arrive properly formatted, ready to match against invoices, tag to projects, and update your P&L without you having to do more than click approve. Now, I've seen businesses cut their monthly reconciliation time from a full day to about an hour, simply because the data comes through correctly the first time. Now, it's the difference between spending an afternoon wrestling with spreadsheets and it just being done automatically. Keeping your account secure. Security doesn't get much airtime in marketing videos, but it matters when it's your business funds on the line. Now, these cards come with all the standard protections: chip and pin, contactless, fraud monitoring, but the app controls are where it gets interesting. You stay in control without the hassle. Set limits so that no one overspends, and use virtual cards to keep things organized. One for freelancers, one for subscriptions, one for suppliers. It means no surprises, just clear, manageable spending. Who benefits most from these features? Now, if you've got a team buying things regularly, pay suppliers on credit terms, or work across multiple locations, these features save serious time and stress. They're particularly useful for remote teams who need spending power without losing central control, or seasonal businesses that need to scale up their spending capabilities quickly when busy periods hit. Your next steps. The rewards and cashback are a nice bonus, but the real strength of Capital on Tap is how quickly you can get set up, the control you keep over spending, and the way everything fits into your existing systems. For plenty of UK businesses, that's worth more than a few free flights or a lounge pass. Now, if this sounds like it could solve problems that you're actually dealing with, I'll put their application link in the description. It takes about 5 minutes to apply, and you'll usually have an answer before you finish your coffee. Got questions about business credit cards? Drop them in the comments. I'll cover them in future videos. And if this was useful, hit subscribe because I post new business finance content every week.